Hello Year 4, and this is your very last learning journey lesson on Friday the 5th of March that will be done through a recording. Fingers crossed, I'm hoping that this will be the last recording I will have to do. Anyway, so just to conclude our 2-week block on the promise, we looked at can characters' feelings be affected by their environment. I think if you think about the promise and the story, they were, weren't they? If we looked at the story at the beginning, everything was mean, hard and ugly, and so were the people. And then she began planting the acorn seeds that she'd stolen from the old lady in the alleyway. So she kept the promise, and the surroundings changed. Things were more colourful, bright. People came out and chatted to one another and were more friendly. So the book proves our question that can characters' feelings be affected by their environment? Yes, they can. Now, what we did was you were asked to write in role as a character from the story, which we're going to finish off today, and we were looking at the emotions that were portrayed by the pictures, the illustrations and the language. We also looked at adjectives, describing words, similes, we looked at fronted adverbials, and we looked at dialogue, putting speech things into inverted commas speech marks. Okay, so on Wednesday I asked you to plan a diary entry. You had to pretend to be the girl in the story, and you had to plan what happened when you robbed the old lady, when you stole from the old lady. Okay, and I gave you some questions to think about in your planning. Now, I know some of you have already written up an actual diary entry, so I'm just going to give you an example one for you to look at if you haven't done so already, or you could improve the one that you've already done. So, dear diary. So first of all, we planned what the surroundings were like. Every day in this dark, demolished city is the same. All the people are mean, hard and ugly, and I have become mean and ugly too. I am sick and tired of constantly scrounging for food and money. Something needs to change. Okay, so that's when we planned here about the people living there and how we feel. Now I'm going to go on to say about the old lady. Late last night, as I was walking home from town, I took a shortcut through the underbelly of the city. Hobbling in the distance, see I've got my fronted adverbial there, was a frail old lady craving a life-changing opportunity. The largest bag I've ever seen. Okay, so I think I spot the bag, and I think this is a life-changing opportunity. It's a big bag I've ever seen. Fueled by the hunger in my belly, I raced towards what seemed like an easy victim. Okay, was she an easy victim? This is what I was thinking at the time when I saw her with the huge bag. But I was wrong. With the strength of heroes, the old lady clung desperately to her bag, refusing to give up what was inside. To and fro we pulled until at last I was victorious. Let's see that. And then the last paragraph was about the promise. Begin with the promise. No, I'm not going to do that. Okay, so you can talk about the promise as well. I haven't done that as an example. So there's an example of what the diary could look like. Now, I've seen some really good efforts from a couple of you already, which is fantastic. So if you would like to have a go at writing a diary entry about this, okay, that was the plan. I can, you might want to pause on this screen so you can have a look at what I've done, and it might help you write yours. Okay, and I think that will be it for now, for this week, and then I'm going to see you all on Monday. So really looking forward to that, and we can have lots of conversations face to face, talk about everything, any worries, concerns, anything that you need extra help with. Oh, it's going to be wonderful. Right, so bye for now, Year 4.